Hi, welcome back to Channel 4 News. I'm John Travolta.
And I'm Sylvia Poggioli.
Today, we're following the recent unrest in the scientific community following the debunking of the evolution of the turtle.
For years, people have been stumped about where turtles came from and what they are related to.
Now to the Greenville Zoo, where our correspondent Joseph Yuki is on the scene.
Thanks, John. My name is Joseph Yuki, and I'm here at the Greenville Zoo. We're going to learn about some turtles today.
What do you think is their best defining trait?
Longevity.
I like going slow.
The fact that they go slow?
Yeah.
The legs? Oh man.
I like everything.
What do you think is more closely related to a turtle? A bird or a snake?
A snake.
Snake.
I'm gonna say bird.
Snake. Never got it frog.
So I would think snakes, but I bet the answer is birds, because I bet it's a trick
It is
question.
birds. So, what do you think is the main difference between turtles and tortoises, first of all?
Maybe their habitat. I feel like tortoises are usually bigger.
Turtle lives in water.
Do you think that turtles have always had shells?
Oh my gosh, I don't know it. They would look so funny without
I
them.
don't know the answer to that.
I would think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
They actually started out and they didn't have shells.
So these are Aldabra tortoises, and we have Yin here, who's 43 years old, and inside we have Bubba, who's about 57 and weighs over 400 pounds.
Oh wow.
That's all from the Greenville Zoo. Back to you, John, from Channel 4 News.
Thanks, Joseph.
It's crazy that we've been in the dark for so long about where these shelled creatures came from.
Dr. Eleanor Beardsley, a doctor of evolutionary biology from Harvard University, is with us in her lab. She's going to be taking us through the different hypotheses for turtle evolution that help scientists to determine just that.
Thank you for joining us, Eleanor.
Thank you, Sylvia from Channel 4 News. My name is Dr. Eleanor Beardsley, and here at Harvard, we have been working tirelessly to uncover the truths behind turtle evolution. There have been several hypotheses relating to turtle evolution throughout history, the first one being that turtles are more closely related to lizards. However, this has had no supporting evidence. The second is that turtles' sister groups are the archosaurs. This is also not supported. However, the working hypothesis here at Harvard is that turtles have evolved from diapsids. Diapsids are a large group of reptiles with two openings in the skull. Well, the Papacelis was an interesting find for archaeologists. Their holes allowed them to be classified as one of the first diapsids. The Unitosaurus, however, is the intermediary between diapsids and modern-day turtles. As juveniles, they have holes in their heads and are considered diapsids. However, as they grow up, the holes close and they become anapsids. Finally, modern-day birds are considered anapsids and are the closest comparison morphologically to turtles.
Thank you, Eleanor. That was so insightful.
Now we're going to Dr. Temperance Brown in the anthropology lab at Duke University. She's going to be taking us through the evolution of shells.
Take it away, Temperance. Thank you, Channel 4 News. My name is Dr. Temperance Brown, and I work at the anthropology lab here at Duke University. My specialization is the history of turtles. The ancestry of turtles began with the periosaur, an organism that was completely unshelled. The Papacelis came next, with dense, broad ribs forming a T-shaped cross-section. As time progressed, the ribs fused together to form a shell-like structure. The Progonochelys was the first source of fossil evidence having at least 60 individual plates forming a shell. The Critidaire family of reptiles is considered the first group of organisms with a full shell. Recently, Chinese archaeologists discovered a 220 million year old fossil referred to as the Odontochelys simenesticae. This may be the oldest ancestor of the turtles. What makes the Odontochelys unique? Its shell only covers its back. not its underbelly. Like the Papacelis, the Odontocelis formed its shell through the fusion of ribs. It has been hypothesized that this physical characteristic was derived from the organism's need for protection. Back to you, John, from Duke University.
Thank you, Dr. Brown, for that lovely breakdown of the turtle shells.
It's a good thing that turtle shells can't actually break.
Well, not easily. Now, a short clip from our favorite Nina Totenberg at the Greenville Zoo.
Hi, my name is Nina Turtleberg. Totenberg. Fun fact!
There are approximately 270 species of turtles in the world.
As you can see, these turtles have shells, but it wasn't always this way. Fun fact! Turtle shells are made out of the same material as our fingernails, keratin. It was thoroughly awesome for you guys to join me at the Greenville Zoo.
We are so lucky to have Nina as one of our correspondents. She is an asset to Channel 4 News.
Not to mention the scientific community.
Now for a commercial break.
It's a Wednesday night. You're out with the girls, going to the mall to hit up the store.
I've placed an innocent turtle in your lane.
All of a sudden, you've seen what's entered your path. This wouldn't have happened if you had Allstate.
Is everywhere, so get an Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
Welcome back to Channel 4 News. I'm John Travolta.
And I'm Sylvia Poggioli. We are continuing to unravel the mystery of the history of turtles.
We return to Dr. Temperance Brown at Duke University, where she's revealing more truths behind the turtle anatomy with two special guests. Back to you, Dr. Brown.
Thank you. I am here again at Duke University, and now I will be discussing the skull structures of turtles. 240 million years ago, the great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather of the turtle, known as the Papacelis, roamed the earth. It had two large holes in its skull, categorizing it as a diapsid. A few million years later, the Unitosaurus came to be. Its skull revealed the truth behind the relationship between turtles and reptiles. The skull develops as diapsid for juveniles, and as it matures, the holes close, categorizing the organism as anapsid in adulthood. Modern-day turtles lack these holes, known in the scientific community as temporal fenestrae. Modern-day birds have a similar skull structure, making the bird and the turtle a close relative. Despite the assumption that lizards are more closely related to turtles, the fact that lizards are diapsid falsifies this assumption. Here in the anthropology lab with me today is my friend from college, Sally Smith. She works at a lizard farm in Louisiana.
Hi, I'm Sally Smith, and I work at a lizard farm in Louisiana. This is Yoda, my late friend, who is since deceased. As you can see, Yoda has distinct holes in each side of his head, making him diapsid.
As you can tell, there are clear differences between Yoda and this modern-day turtle. Back to you, John, from the Anthro Lab.
Thank you, Dr. Brown and Sally Smith.
And don't forget Yoda. Now we go to Dr. Eleanor Beardsley for the Ancestry.com of turtles.
Thanks, Sylvia. You would think that turtles and snakes would be more related, but the joke's on you. As you can see from this phylogeny, turtles and birds share a more recent ancestor, the Archosaurus, which was discussed earlier, while turtles and snakes share the diapsid lineage as their most common ancestor.
Thank you, Dr. Beardsley. I don't know about you, John, but I have learned a shell of a lot about the evolution of turtles today, Wednesday, December 6th, 2017, at Channel 4 News.
Me too, Sylvia. Join us tomorrow at 11 o'clock when we discuss, can cats really be president? Thanks again for joining us at Channel 4 News.
The news that's for you.